Corduroy-trousered forms jostled amongst highfalutin ideas and the various aforementioned overseeing authorities in the environs of a rip-off cafe where the punters were parading in, out, and about like it was showtime, with cake, segments of tray bakes, and drinks of every conceivable temperature. Nearly all the tables were consumed by families swapping JPEGs of collectible earthenware purchases, indifferent to their children who, once through the tiffin, brownies, and cheese rope snack box, gnawed on each other's faces. I rolled up a person's wallet, looked somewhere around 30 by their ID, then noticed them watching me with segments of their body completely deflated, vocal cords airless enough for their protest to be incoherent as I gently and with boundless love maneuvered them out from the chair. Need the table, that's all. Anyway, they were found on the adjacent one where I'd draped them, even though as I'd turned they'd instantly become trapped under discarded trays full of cups, food slops, satiated gluttony, and poor decisions that piled up so damn quick they may as well have fallen out of the sky. Would you look at that? I smirked to myself, standing a while to watch members of staff fumbling with foot pumps while others scrolled desperately on tablets for YouTube instructional videos on customers losing gas and flattening. I was here as my phone had pinged in the A&E an hour ago, telling me of some potential clue, and this was the first surface I'd come across large enough to unfold its 2-foot screen. I plugged in the charger, loosened my tie, undid my collar, and dipped my head down into it until its entirety was submerged.
Life's a slow aside. You caught me under blue sky, and I decide when you decide. I don't play with those toys. I don't play with those toys. I don't play with those toys. You my toy. You my toy. Life's a slow aside. You caught me under blue sky, and I decide when you decide. I don't play with those toys. I don't play with those toys. I don't play with those toys. You my toy. You my toy. Stop. Start. Play away. Play home. Play away. Right along. Play Right leg home.
Play away.
Stop.
Play home.
Start.
Play away.
Stop.
Play home.
Start.
Play away.
Stop.
Play home.
Start.
Play away.
Stop.
Stop.
I don't play with those toys.
Play away.
Right leg home. I don't play with those toys.
Stop.
Right leg home. I don't play with those toys.
Play away.
Right leg home. You my toy. Right along. You my toy. Stop.
Stop. My 50-year-old face was on my 10-year-old self back at the heavy petting farm. What a name. Mother and father shuffled as we stood awkwardly staring into the sculpted nipple while waiting to pat various piglets in latex briefs. Then we mulled over the exhibit titled Purported Pressurization of Miniature Ornamental Friezens on Middle-Class Mantelpieces, as in the background our parents intermittently swapped problematic stories of mother's seemingly endless gap year. She'd resentfully taken precious time off to come here with us, losing all those valuable hours she could have spent following what Dad called shiny crystallized snot trails in Bridlington and the surrounding coast. All the motive talk to kill time, really, by sending it into a coma so we could all skip past while we made our way, standing still in the space-time continuum to journey towards the moment the main spectacle of festivities would race into our sensory organs untrammeled. We were here to see the fattened lambs rolled on a flowered counter right there in front of us until they shrank into microscopic pellets, salted like gannet quarters, served packed in a souvenir soft toy bag casing. They spelled my name wrong on it, swear to Dad, my brother whined as we walked back to the car. Students were swarming everywhere now, discussing the inconsistency of vinyl trunks and textures of vomit, when my fondue burns began to ache, creating large perforations in the pock's surroundings. Where's that hatch? But it was too late. I was sat upright again in the cafe's chair, the conveyor belt of corduroy buttocks nudging my shoulder one after the other as I mopped the sweat from my brow. Where did I see that hatch?
Gemini, Gemini. You got the features of a person I like. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. I got the reason and the will to lie. It makes you see what you don't want to. It makes you see what you don't want to. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. You got the features of a person I like. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. I got the reason and the will to lie. Damn mirror, don't know what side.